In the shadow of a ghost town, under a blood-red sky, stands the skeleton of a barn where my old life lies. The wind whispers secrets through cracks in worn wood, whiskey bottle empty like the promises that stood. Ashes of the burning barn float away with the sin. Haunting melodies of steel guitar play the might have been. Every ember tells a story of love betrayed by a scar. Underneath the silver moon, by the ashes of the burning barn. The night was thick with vengeance. Thunder rolled across the land. She vanished with a stranger, with my heart still in her hand. Dust stormed the chapel where we once planned to wed. Now nothing but silent prayers and dreams that bled. Ashes of the burning barn float away with the sin. Echoes of a distant train mourning what could have been. Every ember a whisper of the trust that broke apart. Underneath the haunting moon, by the ashes of the burning barn. In the glow of the firelight, I saw her face again. Among the flames that took my past, in that cursed wind, a reckoning was due. The stars told me so. In the lonely desert night where the lost souls go. Ashes of the burning barn mark the tales of the damned. A lone figure walks away with justice in his hand. Let the fire cleanse the lies, and the truth stand stern and stark. In the silence of the desert, by the ashes of the old barn. Dusk, crickets sing the prelude to the night's cold hush. Old leather whispers tales from boots caked in crust. A lone shadow walks the line between the righteous and unjust. Whispers in the dusty boots riding through the gloom. Echoes of a love betrayed beneath the blood-red moon. Every step a story buried, every star a tune. Whispers in the dusty boots sing the outlaw's rune. These boots have wandered through ghost towns, silent as the grave, past whiskey bottles and cards laid out by the brave. In the whispering when they speak of a path I once paved, through cursed lands and past churches we burned but couldn't save. Whispers in the dusty boots, shadows on the run, haunted by the melody of bullets in my gun. Dust storms stirred by sins that can never be undone. Whispers in the dusty boots, faded morning sun. Underneath that old willow where secrets lie deep, the echoes of her laughter and the promises we keep. Now it's just her ghost and the company I reap. In the quiet of the desert, the past is never asleep. Dusty boots carry me to the end, where memories twist the hearts they will never mend. A trail of redemption or a curse I just pretend. Whispers in the dusty boots, forever my condemn. So here I walk with dusk's chill as my only friend. These boots will carry whispers till the stars themselves descend. In the shadow of the mesa, under blood-red skies, lies a town forgotten, where old secrets die. Dust devils dance where the chapel once stood. Whiskey bottles lie masked in soot and wood. Ashes of the church fire swirling in the wind. Memories like ghost trains never coming in. The bell tolls for the haunted, the lost, the damned, echoing through cursed lands, an unholy reprimand. There was love neath the steeple, a promise made of gold, turned to whispers in the night, dark stories told. Betrayal, sharp knife under a silent moon. She vanished with the shadows, none too soon. Ashes of the church fire, painting sorrow's face, past hopes burning fiercely, leaving but a trace. Cries of the forsaken, riding the night's chill, in the heart of the desert, love's blood did spill. I stood in the embers, faced the howling gale. Through the smoke a ghostly veil did pale. Revenge a cold whisper in the desert's ear. One last showdown, the end draws near. Ashes of the church fire, now my fate's thrown. In this silent desert, I walk alone. Forgiveness a forgotten grave, under starlit skies, I'm just a whisper in the wind where my heart lies. Out where the horizon bleeds sunset hues, old whiskey bottles tell their somber tales. Dust storms dance with ghosts of a cursed crew, and the train whistles moan old lonesome wails. Here in this dead town the church bell rang, once a beacon, now just fire and smoke, a testament to what the dark wind sang on tongues of flames where dreams and demons spoke. Echoes from the desert wind, silent whispers of the sins, burning hearts and cold goodbyes underneath these haunted skies. Hear the echoes clear and thin. Desert wind, take me again. There was a girl with eyes like stormy night, fell for a drifter with a shadowed past, promised her love under the moon so bright, but desert roses just ain't built to last. By the forgotten grave they swore their oath, neath the watchful eyes of starlit plains, until she found him cold, his heart betrothed to the desert's curse that in his blood remains. Echoes from the desert wind cry for love that might have been, broken vows on sacred ground, lost souls never to be found. Hear the echoes mournful din. Desert wind, claim me again. In the silence between the sand and stone, found the truth written in the dusty ground. Her love was a ghost, forever alone, a shadow in the whirlwind, forever bound. With pistol drawn beneath the dying light, faced the echoes of his lies and deceit. Justice met with a quiet good night, left him lying where the earth and skyline meet. Echoes from the desert wind, final shots of revenge begin, whispers fade into the night. Desert wind, carry my plight. Hear the echoes now grow thin. Desert wind, I'm yours again. This ballad spins a tale as old and worn as the desert trails, meant for a voice that has weathered many storms, echoing the sorrows carved by the relentless desert wind. Out where the wind whispers secrets and sage, through the ghost town where shadows wage, long wars in silence on the moon's cold light. I ride this cursed land through the blackest night. Old church bell tolls for souls it can't save, a symphony for the damned in a forgotten grave. Raise your glass to the sky, let the promised eternity in a bed of bliss. But betrayal burned hotter than a desert sun. Found her lies twisted fast as a smoke-filled gun. Now every train whistles a mournful cry for a love lost life, too quick goodbye. Pour another round, let the memories drown, lost in the whirl of a dusty gown. The last ride waltz, a cursed melody plays, echoing through these silent, damned old days. In a town too dead for the dead to roam, I found her locket, returned to the home we'd known. My heart ached raw, but my path lay clear. Revenge or mercy, the choice was mine to steer. So here's to the roads where old ghosts dwell, to the tales of vengeance that cowboys tell. This last ride waltz with the devil I dance, in the dust of what was, I take my final stand.
Under a blood-red sky where the old church lies, ghost town whispers singing lullabies. Footsteps echo across the cursed land, a bottle of whiskey gripped in a trembling hand. The wind carries tales of a love that crashed. Here I am in the shadows, dancing with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the cold moonlight. Every step a story of what's wrong and right. In the silence where the spirits sigh, I'm just a soul too restless to die. Dancing, dancing with ashes tonight. How the flames kissed the sky, the night the truth burned and love said goodbye. She vanished like smoke on that old train's whistle, left nothing but memories sharp as thistles. Now every gust of desert dust, every church bell that clashes, brings me back to the dance with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the starlit veil. Every turn a reminder of that bitter tale. Here in the wasteland where echoes confide, lies a heart that the desert can't hide. Dancing, still dancing with ashes so pale. There's a storm brewing over the silent sands, like the fury I feel clenching these hands. The gods of vengeance whispering gusts so brash in the swirling dust. My sorrows I clash tonight, the old ghosts will see what's amiss as I summon the curtains for the final twist. Dancing with ashes where no angel angels tread with each step I claim. All the tears I've shed, this dance, my redemption. Oh, my sweet despair, in the dust I find the courage laid bare. Dancing, forever dancing with the ghost in my head. Dancing, just dancing with ashes till I'm dead. In the town where the sun forgot to rise, crooked crosses cast shadows under blood-red skies. Dust rose like ghosts along the withered streets, while an old church bell tolled missing beats. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks under stars that witness without fall. Spin your partner of skeletal remains to the tune of the whistle from a distant train. Whiskey bottles lay empty, telling tales of despair. The echoes of footsteps, she's no longer there. From a love turned sour to a life undone, in the silence of a bullet from a forsaken gun. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks through the ghost towns and the desert holes. Grip the devil as you sway and spin past burning churches and forgotten sin. He stood by the tracks, feeling the earth shake, a storm of revenge about his soul at stake. The train cried a warning like an old friend's voice. Time to face the past, too late for a choice. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks with shadows cast by the setting sun's doors. Turn with the wind in a curse to land's embrace. Accept the end in this forsaken place. Each chord strummed a whisper on the wind, each step taken a memory of sin. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks till the desert claims you and your faults. Under a blood-red sky, the town's church met its fate. Old wood cracked like the devil's laughter, echoing hate. A lone raven circling the shadows began to mate with whiskey bottles and dust storms at heaven's gate. Burn, burn the devil's church fire,
flames dancing with my sins, a ghostly choir. Betrayals heat upon the wind, whispering low. In the ashes of love, only curse past to go. She was the preacher's girl, eyes wild with restless dreams. We loved beneath the steeple, hidden from moonlight beams. But her heart was a pendulum swinging twixt extremes. Left me for another on the midnight train screams. Burn, burn, the devil's church fire. Each ember a memory of lost desire. Through the smoke of her leaving, I see her face. In the glow of the ruins, her empty embrace. At the edge of town, where the forgotten graves lay, I heard her voice a-calling, stirring the grave. The church bell tolled once for each deceitful play. In the heart of the fire, I saw my way. Burn, burn, the devil's church fire. My heart's revenge, a pyre climbing higher. From this haunted desert, no more I'll roam. In the silence of the ashes, I find my home.
In the heart of a ghost town where the shadows play, dust swirls like spirits over the decay. An old church bell rings, but there's no one to hear. Just whispers of love that turn to fear. Whiskey bottle lies broken, a testament to the past. In the silence of the desert, only the cursed outlast. Shadows and smoke under blood-red sky, ghosts of what's gone in the blink of an eye. Whisper your secrets, but keep your sense close in the land of the lost. It's the shadows and smoke. There's a tale of a lover turned cold and betrayed by a kiss that was promised, then cruelly delayed. Her eyes like the night, her heart once a flame, now nothing but ashes, just a whisper of her name. Under the lantern light with the train whistles moan, she vanished to the night, into the unknown. Shadows and smoke where the old memories choke. Lost love's a dagger and revenge is a cloak. Speak now of heartache and the promises broke, haunting the silence. It's shadows and smoke. In the flicker of the fire, against the canyon wall, he faces his reflection, the greatest liar of them all. Forgotten graves are calling as the storm begins to rise. Tonight he'll end his running or meet his demise. Shadows and smoke, this is the outlaw's yoke. Bound by the night where the true word spoke. From dust to dust in these lands we're just folk, living and dying in shadows and smoke. In the echo of his footsteps, the desert holds its breath. In shadows and smoke, he'll dance his dance with death.
Beneath the sliver of a hunter's moon, the shadows stretch long over cracked earth and the bones of a town gone wrong. A whiskey bottle clutched in the grip of a trembling hand. Midnight in the desert wind where the cursed lands stand. Oh, how the night cries out in silence so grim. Ghostly whispers dance with the desert wind. Memories haunt me like the train's lonely hymn. Midnight calls me to sins long dim. There's a story etched in the dust of an old church door about a love betrayed and a vow to settle the score. In the heart of the night where lost promises lay, a lover's deceit and the price one must pay. Oh, the desert knows my heart, the secrets it's kept, the nights I roam, the tears I've wept. In the whispering wind is a promise yet. Midnight in desert, never to forget. By the light of a fire that burns ever low, I face the ghost of the man I used to know. In the mirror of time I faded, I see the depth of the pain, the cost of being free. So I'll ride through the night under starlight so thin, with the echoes of my past and the roar of the wind. Let the desert take what's left of my sin. Midnight's redemption where it end and begin. And the moon hangs heavy, a witness old and wise, to the tales of the desert and under infinite sky.
In the shadow of a ghost town where the wind moans through the cracks, dusty bottles lie flicker dimly, casting shadows, drawing sins. Here sits a man with empty eyes where my dark tale begins. Oh, the whiskey tastes like fire, with whispers of the damned. Each sip a story of lost love and lives like desert sand. The devil's brew, it calls you to drown in your regrets. A bottle full of ghostly cries and smoky silhouette. He once loved a maiden fair with hair like golden wheat, but betrayal's knife came silently, left nothing but deceit. In the heat of silent deserts under scorched and starless skies, he lost his heart, his soul, his love amid the coyote cries. Oh, the whiskey burns like vengeance in a throat worn raw with grief. Each gulp a chapter of the past, each pause a brief relief. The devil's drink, a bitter balm for hearts that can't forget. A tumbler full of burning churches and sunsets bleeding red. Across the bar, a mirror cracked reflects his hollow face. A reckoning in broken glass, the past he can't erase. With each reflection, truth reveals beneath the whiskey's curse. The man who stares back through the shards wrought better and for worse. So here's to the devil's whiskey, to the pain that it consoles, to dusty graves and train whistles, to lost and wayward souls. Drink up, my friends, let's toast to fate, to nights that never end, where spirits walk in silence and broken hearts might mend. Under a blood-red sky, in the shadow of the mesa's side, the old church bells rang somber and dry. Whiskey bottle in my shaking grip, footsteps echo as I let it slip. The ghost town whispers of a love that died underneath the steeple where we once confided. Dancing with church fire under moonlit wire, flames licking high, fueled by old desire, raging as the past burns away so dire. In the ashes I find my lost empire. She was an angel turned to dust by sin, betrayed by the heart she harbored within. A preacher man came with a devil's deal in the silent desert, no one to hear her appeal. Now the winds carry the scent of sage and I, echoing train whistles fueling this funeral pyre. Dancing with church fire, spirits conspire, each flame a whisper of vengeance required. The past is a shadow long and tired, but tonight it's a church fire I've sired. that place, I saw her face haunting the flames, a ghostly grace. I reached for her through fire's embrace, but only the heat returned my gaze. Dancing with church fire, this cursed choir, singing redemption, my soul's briar. Let the church burn, let it expire. In the flames I cast my last desire. Dancing with church fire till I retire. On cursed lands I build my pyre.
Out where the wind cries through the bones of old towns, the shadows stretch long as the sun's beating down. Whiskey bottles lay, spilling secrets in the sand. Ghost of a preacher, Bible burned in his hand. Oh, the prairie's got a curse, dark as night unseen. Wails like a train through the valley of the unclean. Dust storms rise, hiding sins that we all breathe. Haunted by the loves and lives we couldn't redeem. Here stood a church, now just char and decay, where I promised her forever, 'neath the cross we'd pray. But the devil's in the dirt and he called my name, led me down the tracks of betrayal and blame. Got a curse cold as the clay, echoing the shots that took my breath away. Lost souls wander with stories they can't leave, bound to the land that won't let them grieve. Whisper on the wind, revenge is here. A specter of desire, a ghost of spurned love, demanding retribution from the heavens above. This prayer has got a curse and now it's mine to hold. A tale of a heart that turned to cold. The wind still whispers through forgotten graves. Here lies a gun
enslaved, outlawed by love, damned by fate. On haunted grounds I accept my way. In the shadow of the valley where the dead crows fly, a ghost town sleeps under a blood-red sky. Whiskey bottles lay scattered in the dust, echoes of laughter turn to rust. A train whistles moan through silent air, carrying sins too heavy to bear. Burning churches light the night, flames casting prayers in flickering light. Oh, undertaker, hear my plea. This cursed land won't set me free. Your hymns are a rope tied with sin. Guide my soul through the wind. Once loved a girl with storm cloud eyes, promises made under sapphire skies. But betrayal's knife cuts deep and short, left my heart on a dusty floor. A silver locket, a forgotten grave, lost love's price too steep to save. Her whisper floats on the desert breeze, a haunting tune through the cypress trees. Oh, undertaker, hear my plea. This cursed land won't set me free. Your hymns are rope tied within. Guide my soul through the wind. Tonight at the crossroads I make my stand. Revenge is pistol heavy in my hand. Her ghost in my dreams steering my fate. I dance with the devil, too little too late. Oh, undertaker, take this broken man, fashion me anew if you can. Sing your hymn as my final friend. In dust and shadow let my heart mend. Oh, undertaker, with your solemn grin, in your hymn I find my end. From cursed lands to stormy seas, let your dark hymn set me free.
In the shadow of a dust-worn town stands a barn ablaze. Smoke like dancing spirits, whispers fuel the haze. A cracked whiskey bottle at the threshold, cursed land's embrace. Moonlight on the gallows where forgotten names find grace. Whispers in the burning barn, tales of love betrayed. Ashes hold the secrets of the hearts that stray. Ghostly echoes call me to settle up the score. In this lonely desert, justice thirsts for more. Years ago beneath the stars, a love was sworn in silence, but betrayal's knife was sharp, raw to midnight's violence. A fire sparked by a lover's hand, now revenge is nigh. Train whistles mourn mournful tunes as old ghosts pass by. Whispers in the burning barn, a requiem for the damned. Fires cleanse the sins of a soul where once they grandly stood. Forgotten graves tell no lies, earth keeps what it claims. Desert's breath grows colder as it whispers your name. There by the light of the burning church, my heart faced its foe. Silhouettes in the firelight, dancing slow and low. The truth was a blade, sharp and cold, in the hand of my fairest, in the ashes of that sacred place. Found the depth of my despair. Now whispers in the burning barn guide my weary gun. Love's dead paid with fiery breath under the setting sun. This land of dust and echo knows my final stand. Whispers quiet as I walk a ghost upon the sand.
Where the horizon swallows the sun, in a town where even shadows dared not run, stood the devil's barn, aged wood and sin. Whiskey bottles clinking where hope's light wears thin. Dust storms dance on the edge of the night. Train whistle moans, a ghostly plight, a land cursed by the tracks of old wrongs, and a burning church choirs forsaken songs. In the devil's burning barn, flames lick the sky, hearts charred black in the blink of an eye. Where love once lived, now only pain resides, underneath the ash where a restless soul hides. Rode under a blood moon's light, seeking solace in the dark, fleeing from the fight. Found her silhouette against the barn's fiery glow, an angel who danced too close where the embers blow. Forgotten graves whispered tales of deceit, of a lover's betrayal and a retreat. In the silence of the desert, truth was found in the crackle of the fire, where hope unbound. In the devil's burning barn, memories consume every whisper's secret, every perfumed room. Where love once bloomed, now revenge takes its turn. In the flicker of the flames, where passions burn. Face to face with a gun in his hand, eyes like storm clouds over a parched land. Words fell like raindrops, heavy and slow, a confession in the smoke, a final letting go. In the devil's burning barn, the past meets its end. Forgiveness or fury, on which does it depend? Smoke spirals up to a starless sky, where all is consumed, even tears we cry. In the devil's burning barn, everything's lost, paying the price, no matter the cost. Smoke spirals up to a starless
In the shadow of the mesa, where the cold winds never rest, a bottle lay beside him, amber proof of his quest. A lonely train whistle cuts through the cursed night air, in a town too dead for dying, no salvation anywhere. No mercy in the lost love, no tears left to cry. The stars above unblinking, cold in the desert sky. Whispered vows, now ashes, scattered in the breeze. Nothing left but to haunt this ghost town's memory. He rode in with a heart full, left with it torn apart. Her lies were like a razor, slicing through his heart. A church once stood as witness, now in embers it lays, her silhouette in the doorway, as the organ softly played. No mercy in the lost love, burned dreams at his feet, echoes of old footsteps down the empty street, promises like tumbleweeds rolling out of sight, in the cool, relentless shadows of the unforgiving night. In the silence of the desert, faced the truth he knew inside. The love he thought eternal was the first thing that had died. Revenge, a bitter whiskey, he sipped it slow and neat. His heart as dry as the bones that lay forgotten in the heat. No mercy in the lost love, only dust and bone. Revolver by his side as he walks the sands alone. Once a heart brimmed with passion, now with vengeance it's laced. A gunslinger with no name in the vast silent waste.
In the town of dying light, where the shadows claim the day, the dust swirls like the devil's dance, where the lost souls stray. A gunslinger, eyes like midnight storms, walks the creaking wood. His boots echo tales of woe, in a town that once stood proud. Oh, he dances the gunslinger waltz beneath the ghostly moon's gaze. His heart beats rhythm with the wind, past lives in a smoky haze. Each step a story of love gone cold, each turn a tale of scars. To the sound of a lonely train whistle under a sky devoid of stars. He once loved a girl as wild as the merry road, her laughter a melody, now whispers in the brooding cold. Betrayed by a brother, blood turned to rust on sacred ground. Now he's chasing ghosts in the wind, in a silence so profound. Oh, he dances the gunslinger waltz, fires burn in deceased towns. With whiskey as his faithful guide, he wears his thorny crown. In the glare of burning churches, he seeks what fate unveils. On a cursed land he stakes his claim, as the night wind wails. In a dusty bar, by the edge of despair, he faced the traitor's eyes, a showdown of haunted pasts. Under stormy twilight skies, 2 shots fired in the silence. Only one man stood. A brother fell at the feet of the man he misunderstood. So he dances the gunslinger waltz, with revenge now in his veins. A waltz of dust and shadow, where only memory remains. Through silent deserts and forgotten graves, his tale forever cast. The gunslinger in a haunted waltz finds peace with his past at last.
In a ghost town where the wind cries through the chapel, burnt shadows cast by a candle's dim glow. Whiskey bottle laying empty in the silence, and footprints vanish where the red dust storms blow. Blood on the lost love under a black crow sky, echoes of a train whistle singing a lonesome goodbye, haunted by the memories in the moon's haunting light. Blood on the lost love vanished from sight. A crossroad pact made in the depths of night,
silver locket with a picture worn and old. Promises as brittle as a dried up river. In the silence, all that's left is bitter cold. Blood on the lost love under a vengeful moon. Darkness holds the secrets of a heart broken too soon. A trail of whispers where our dreams used to lie. Blood on the lost love, truth turned into a lie. I stood by the burning church, the flames licking my sins. Her specter in the smoke, bearing witness to my wins. Gunpowder on my sleeve, a duel with the past. In the valley of the cursed, only shadows are cast. Blood on the lost love, where the old lies die. Revenge or redemption, akin under the cold sky. Dust settles on my heart as I lay down the fight. Blood on the lost love, fading into the night.
Down where the whiskey drowns forgotten graves, and the wind whispers tales of the depraved. Ghost town shadows, they dance in the dust. Silent desert guards the secrets of the unjust. On the devil's lonely road, he rides alone, past burning churches where no light is shone. Beneath the cruel moon, he seeks what he's owed. Every turn, every cross, on the devil's lonely road. He once loved a maiden, fair and wild, betrayed by a friend, deceit tender as a child. Revenge burns like the desert, sun overhead. Dreams of vengeance fill the nights in his bed. On the devil's lonely road, he rides with a frown, chasing echoes of a life in a tumble downtown, seeking justice in lands where the lost souls go. Every mark, every scar, on the devil's lonely road. In the cool night
On the devil's lonely road, he finds his peace, letting go of the love, letting the torment cease. In the silence of the desert, a story foretold of a man and his sins on the devil's lonely road.